just got back from seeing Wind River starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. The movie runs about an hour and 55 minutes long, close to 2 hours, but I can tell you right off the bat, like I do with so many other movies, I really enjoyed this film. It did have its flaws. It wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed this film immensely, and right off the bat, I can recommend it to anyone who definitely wants to go see it. The movie centers around Jeremy Renner's character, who's pretty much, he's a hunter in the wildlife of Wyoming. And Wyoming, the way they show it here, is very, very beautiful. Elizabeth Olsen, on the other hand, she's an FBI agent called in to investigate a death of a young Native American girl that died in the woods, and they had to find out what happened to her. It was obvious that she was raped and assaulted, but they can't call it a murder because she died. The way she died was pretty much she choked to death on her own blood when her lungs exploded, so they can't even call it a murder. Nevertheless, they decided to investigate it, and that's when that real movie ensues. I really enjoyed this movie. Jeremy Renner's character himself, he's going through a death of a loved one. His daughter died like 3 or 4 years prior to that, so he's never really understood what happened to her, but she was pretty much found the exact same way. So he has a vested interest in finding out what happened to this other girl. He was married to another Native American. This movie takes place on a Native American reservation in Wyoming, so keep that in mind. They have the Indian police, and the reservation police is what they call them, and they're pretty much helping the FBI, Elizabeth Olsen's character, investigate the murder itself. Anyway, they can't really call it a murder, but they're tracking down clues, and luckily Jeremy Renner's there. He's an expert hunter in the area, and he's hunting down clues, and he wants to find out exactly what happened to his daughter and what happened to this girl. Boy, it's so many good lines in this movie, so much good dialogue in this movie. The music itself is pretty much, to me, was very creepy. I mean, it wasn't really music. It was just, I want to say mood music maybe. I mean, it was good. I mean, I liked it a lot. It was some areas of the movie where I thought they had a little bit too much what they call shaky cam. I think they should have just put it on a tripod and filmed the scenes. But nevertheless, the movie still turned out, it wasn't that bad, but it was, to me, it was sort of distracting. Every once in a while I was like, okay, that's enough of that. But for the most part, I really enjoyed it. There was one action scene which I did not see coming out of nowhere, and I love when movies do that. One moment it's very calm, and then the next moment it just turns it up all the way to 10, and then you have to pretty much follow the action. I mean, it was times I was in my seat. I was that guy in the movie theater. Oh, you know, I was screaming at the theater. And it wasn't just me, it was a couple other people in the theater too, and they were like, oh my God. I mean, you were rooting for these characters on the screen. Nevertheless, the movie itself, very, very well put together. Music, the cinematography of this movie pretty much lays out Wyoming as a beautiful, beautiful place, which I'm gonna have to visit one day. I loved what I saw there, the snow-capped mountains, the snowy areas. Just gotta be safe when you go out there and visit those kind of areas. And they let you know that in the movies too. That area is not for the faint of heart. You will die if you get lost, and you know, it helps not 5 minutes down the street like it is here in the city. Nevertheless, can I recommend this movie? Yes, I can recommend this movie easily with an 8.5 to friends and family. Go see this film after all the action movies, after all the destruction and bullets and superhero movies that we've seen this summer. This was a quiet thriller that needed, I mean, I don't even know if it got a lot of press, but I'm telling you, go see this movie. It is that good. I mean, it was a nice surprise. Don't wait for this to hit Netflix. Go to the movies and see this with a loved one, or go see it by yourself. But whatever you do, go see this movie. I can easily recommend it to family and friends. 8.5. Thank you for visiting my channel. I really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really does help me out when you do that, and I appreciate it. Thank you.